There's what the mite looks like. Probably not hard to find in your drone. I mean, it's nothing particularly rare. And when I go talk to cranberry growers places, it's a nice cranberry red color if you look at the right ones. And you know, we got some of these, and you know, of course, our friends down in the USDA said it isn't possible that you have mites and that they're doing that kind of damage already. Well, I said, well, I really take offense to that. As anybody knows my personality, it really hasn't changed very much. Anyways, so somebody from Rhode Island says, what's a Varroa look like? And it was on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. It was great. So I went out to my hive, and 10 minutes later I said, here's what they look like. Here, you take a digital camera, and you found it that quick. You've got them too. Just look in your drones. That's how big they are. You know, it's part of the game. So now, we got that. I'm going to talk. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. We're going to talk about viruses next. Yes. So anybody remember there was a point we used to call this parasitic mite syndrome. I don't know how well you can see, anyways, even with me in the way. And this is what our hives look like in March. But there's still always a few alive, and you couldn't recover these. I don't care what you gave them. If you give them any kind of antibiotic, legal, non-legal, or anything else, you couldn't do anything with them. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm an insect virologist by training and publication. And to me, this was looking more like viruses. So we called the USDA and says, because you test for viruses? No, we won't, because there isn't any in the United States. It's not a good thing to tell me. It's another thing not to do. Pete Wilson was working with me at the time, and now Carl, I kind of said, no, these are viruses. How are we going to get them tested? Well, Pete Wilson's daughter had a very high position at Apple Computer, very, very high. And she actually worked in the Rothenstein area of England, where the top bee lab in the world is. She took a jaunt over there and said, hey, we got some people who'd like to send you some bees, and you know, there's only 2 people that could sign them out of Massachusetts. It's myself and Al Carl. They didn't think in a million years Al would do it, so they were watching me. Bad mistake. I covered for Al. These are some of the viruses we found. Then, it's been some new ones coming in. This, you know, let me try to look at this. There's about 12 or 13 we found at that time. USDA pissed off with Al Carl, you have no idea. So the pressure started mounting around him. He was pushed to the side for a little while. Conflict of interest charges, you know, the classic stuff. They thought I would be better because the commissioner there really liked me a lot because I could talk. Yeah, I kind of shut. I wrote a newsletter. I'm the one that wrote those regulations you heard about now with a lawyer. And we basically held everything in place. And it didn't do any good. This is a clever parasite. It really is. So we got all these dead bees in the ground. We sent them in, and here's one of the Rothenstein. I got another letter at home where it's what I had them sampled, and I knew exactly how much Varroa, how much tracheomite there was in them, and that type of thing. This did not. They were not going to ever talk about this as long as the Earth existed. USDA. It just nothing has changed. I don't think at all. But anyways, this is some of the letters, and people didn't. They doubted we had the letters. You know, back then you couldn't email somebody. You had to fax. Whoa, it was big time with us scientists from the old days.